Captain Ross Robertson. I'm going to tell you what, Dipsy Divers, whatever you want to call them, FishHawk has something called the Trips Divers. Both of these tools are excellent when you need to fish deep, and they excel for a lot of things. You can use them for salmon, steelhead, walleyes, but a few things that you want to know. Like, this is a size 1 Luhr Jensen Dipsy Diver, and I usually use black or some type of neutral color when I'm fishing for walleyes. Now when you're using salmon and steelhead stuff, you can get a little more of those fancy colors. Couple tips: the ring. This ring is going to give you additional diving depth. They can be kind of a pain, you know, guys sometimes super glue these on. One of the reasons I really like the FishHawk trip diver is because this size is actually identical to a size 1 Dipsy diver with the ring. So you don't have to have a ring when you're using the Trips diver, which is really nice because there's one less thing to mess with. So if you need to get a little bit deeper, because it provides a bigger planing surface. Now when you're using these and they're new out of the box, something you really want to do is mess with the release and get that release tension just set perfect, so that when you're fishing it, you're not going to have too much tension that you have to continually pop the fish in and out, yet not so tight that the fish won't come out. Work this release just back and forth. A lot of times taking a Dremel tool and cleaning up any little burrs around there will make a big difference. Another thing that I do is I always put a snap on the back, and that just makes it a lot easier for taking my leaders on and off. Just kind of unhook both ways, put that on. Another thing that my buddy does is he actually takes his weight out and checks it on a postal scale. He's really anal about that stuff, but it'll make a difference in your diving depth, because sometimes the weights have a little bit extra burrs, or sometimes they don't get poured as much. So check that out. But some of the biggest stuff to know is you know, how do you run these? I mean, you can run 3 or 4 on a side. And how you do that is when you look on the back, you'll see there's numbers, left and right. Left being for the port, right being for the starboard. And it's from a 0 to a 3. And usually you want to put those, if you're going to run a couple, little tip I like to use is a 1.5 and a 3 setting. And that's going to allow you to run these at different plane angles away from the boat, because it changes the direction of the weight. So a 1.5 would be like this, where a 3 would be like this, and a 0 is going to be straight behind the boat. So